Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I will be looking at the Lian PC-70 tower case. Let's have a look at the front of the case first. At the front we have 6 5¼ bays, 3 3½. We have a power button, reset button. You have 2 lights here, one for the hard drive as well as one for the power light. Here is actually a grill which is in the front, and it houses behind it 2 intake fans. Right here we have the USB connections. These are for 4 USB ports in the front, and this is an aluminum gate. And of course, like all Lian cases, the front is very easily removed. Just go ahead and pop it off. And behind it, it does reveal some very interesting things here. It does have a tray, which is right here, which is basically completely removable. All you would need to do is remove these 3 thumb screws right here, here, and here, and this whole tray does come out for convenience. Also right here we have a low, medium, and high fan setting. This does control the fans which are behind this filter. This filter is included, of course, because it protects your system from dust. It does trap the dust here first. Very easy to remove this and clean it off and just pop it back on. At the back of the case here we have 2 fans here at the top, or spaces to put 2 fans. These do not come installed. And right here, of course, is the place where you'll be putting a power supply. Almost any size of power supply can fit into this case due to the fact of the room inside of here. Another cool feature here is that this area actually is completely removable, so you can take this out of the case. 3 screws here, 3 screws here. Pop it out for convenience. Wanted to replace, install new fans, replace or install a new power supply. Right here we have 2 fans which are inclusive. These exhaust air out of the case. Of course, here is where your mouse, your keyboard, your USB, and other things right here. Down here, of course, is your slots where your video cards, your NIC cards would be installed. And right away you can see that there is an enormous amount of space here at the very top to do any kind of installation of, maybe you want to do water cooling and have a radiator up here and have some fans here blowing across it. Lots of room up here for that. Of course, lots of room here to install almost any kind of power supply. As I mentioned before, here you can have 2 exhaust fans here on the back. As well, of course, here if you look at the front, it has a cage here. You can pop in some hard drives on this, or maybe you want to put a radiator here if you're doing water cooling. This does slide out very conveniently, like so, and it's very, very simple, of course, as well, to just slide this back in. And once it is back in, just screw on the 2 thumb screws here and you're off to the races. And inside the case, like many cases, you have connections here from the case that go directly into the motherboard. These are things like the speaker, the hard drive lights, the reset button, the power lights, the power switches, and so on. Also included in here is a cable which comes directly from the front of the case, which is the USB connections. These go connected into a motherboard that can accept these. Also included is a bag of goodies here, some extra screws, some connectors here to place the motherboard into the case here in the motherboard tray right here. And of course you have some tie downs and some other things that are inclusive. One thing about this case is that the motherboard tray, which is right here, is not removable. Now the reason for that is, of course, this is a big case and you can very easily get in here and change your motherboard, install a new one, or do what you have to do. A lot of the other cases, of course, have the removable trays, and of course that would make sense for the smaller cases because it's very hard to get around in those particular cases. But in a big case like this, you certainly do not need to have a tray which is removable. And let's not forget, all Lian cases come with very high quality, very few sharp edges, if any, on this case. Also, of course, thumb screws are a very constant theme throughout almost every part of this particular case. And also on the bottom of this case, since it is a tower case, it's quite high. They come with little feet here. These feet are actually plastic. They can actually be popped out or retracted. Lian has done once again a fantastic job on a case. This PC-70 case is really no different than all the products which Lian produce, some very high quality components. Being aluminum, of course, makes it good in this situation since it is a tower case, quite big. It's light considering the fact that it is such a large case. Of course, being aluminum as well means that it's going to be nice and cool. You've got thumb screws, which are a theme throughout this case, and the thumb screws do make it very convenient to remove the side panels quickly and the other components inside the case. Of course, you've got fans. You've got 2 in the front, 2 at the back, for great circulation of air inside the case. No matter what you're doing inside this case, removing a motherboard, installing a video card, installing a cooler, hopping in, water cooling, pumps, radiators, whatever you want to do, there is tons of room to do it inside this case. And of course it does have those feet, which most tower cases do, which pop out to give it that stability. Overall, I give this case a 9 out of 10. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds, and this has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also, check out my website at www.3dgameman.com, and while you're there, be sure to pop into the forums and register. Registration is free. In the forums, you can find out more information about this product and about all the products which I video review, and of course, you can go in there and leave your own suggestions and comments. Until the next time, take care.